Hello and welcome to Iron Dinos. I'm Sean and I've wanted to play this for the channel for the longest time. I wanted to play this as a couch co-op with Jason, but unfortunately, it didn't come out on the Xbox for the longest time. It finally dropped in 2019, and you know, pandemics and stuff happened since then. But I've got this on the PC. I've had this for years on the PC. I've completed it a bunch of times. I've got it on the Switch, which is what we're looking at today. And yeah, I can highly recommend, if this looks fun to you, you give it a go on whatever format you choose. So let's have a look. So here's the game. You alone or with up to 3 other players for maximum carnage. Start in an area which is completely destructible, and you need to get, there are checkpoints along the way. You need to get to the other end, or the top, or wherever the final flag needs to be, after killing the devil, of course. Why wouldn't you? Just causing as much carnage as you can along the way. Now, you may think this guy looks a bit familiar, and yeah, he does, but it will become a little clearer in a second. So here's how this game works. You start as Rambro. You then unlock Bromando as you save prisoners, as you can see there. Each one has completely different stats. So their jump is different, their weapon is different, their special is different. That's Arnie's special here. He's also got like a knife for close quarters. But yeah, some will be faster, some will be slower, some will jump higher, some won't jump as far. And the idea is just to run around the level. They count as your lives. So each time you die, you'll restart as a different fella. Bonk. And the idea is to get to this final checkpoint, get the helicopter, everything explodes, and you've saved the day. It then gives you a nice little total of all the people you've killed along the way. The amount of time you've done it shoots you very quickly into the next level, so the carnage can begin again. And you... yeah, so one of your main hazards in this game is going to be the pits. You can climb up pretty much any surface. You just hold towards it and press jump. So much like this, I can just scale back up there. I just cocked it up the first time. Here's BA. He's got flamethrower. He also doesn't jump as high, but he's got flamethrower, and that's just fun. Right, I can't get across. I've got to go across this bridge, really. And I do have to avoid these guys' shots, which is a bit of a problem. So we'll go over the top. Because you can approach this, you know, the levels are very basic, but you can kind of approach them in any way that's available to you from the start. And again, as you equip more people, you get more ways of traversing. The game is just, you know, there's nothing necessarily complicated about the gameplay. I'm sure making this as destructible was quite complicated to program, but the basic idea for the most part is go left, don't get shot, don't create a situation in which you actually screw yourself from progressing forward. It's so much fun. It's all done with like a you know, a tongue-in-cheek, light-hearted, over-the-top attitude, and you can't really argue with that, can you? So what I'll do is, these blocks here, you can... Ah, crap! That's what I was trying. Exactly what I was trying not to do. You can kind of tap them with your head, or you can shoot them to give them a little blow. You can walk over the top of them, and that will send them down to give you a little tactical advantage. You can drop people from there. All these barrels, as you might expect, the barrels that are red with death on them will explode. You can use that to your advantage. You can use these. They'll just go flying upright and eventually explode. There's so much at your disposal to create as much carnage as you could possibly want. there. Just to prove I can do it with Arnie. And there's another level done. Obviously, as you go on, might even be in here, you find new enemies. Oh, there you go. There's a dog. Those dogs are... those dogs are freaking vicious. They'll just latch onto you, and it's very hard to... it's very hard to come back from that. There you go. I'll kill you. Don't need to do that. It's just for fun. You can blow up as much as you want. It doesn't get boring. It's not oh crap. It's not an overly long game. I definitely, if you like what you've seen so far, it gets progressively significantly harder as it goes, but never to the point you get overly frustrated. But it's one of those games that I don't think it ever outstays its welcome. It's pretty much exactly as long as you need something like this to be, and then you're done with it. Ah, here we go. Here's some new enemies as well. It's about as long as you want it to be, you know, and then you can go do something else, or you can play it again, or you can fuck me, or you can get some of your mates to come play it with you, which is the most fun. I've played it online with random people, which I don't normally like to do. If you know the channel particularly, you know, I don't normally play multiplayer games with people I don't know, but this was so much fun in single player that I actually wanted to test it out, so I have done that, and especially if you've unlocked, like, this is, what I've showed off so far is a very small number of the characters you can actually unlock. When you really get into it and you can unlock a bunch more people, you can get absolute mayhem going out on the screen if you've got 4 of you. You know, if you imagine you've got an Arnie with a rocket launcher blowing up everything, you've got a Mabrova with who's throwing bombs everywhere, you've got a BROrackers or whatever he's called. He's just got a flamethrower. Like, everything's constantly going to be on fire and exploding, and more often than not, like, one of the tricks to the levels is also the fact that you've got to not destroy enough of the level that you can, in fact, still complete it, which is a legitimate concern. So this is I picked this. This is crap. This is a challenge level. You get 1 life and you have 1 specific bro you have to play as. If you die, you go back to the start until you quit. So let's just see if I can do this, and then I'm probably not gonna show the whole thing, but I'll show a couple more bros off as we go. I'll show off the first boss so you can have a look at that, see what you think. But yeah, really, that's why I nearly fell for the thing I did last time. Really, what you see is what you get with what you've seen is what you get with this whole game. It does get increasingly absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, those dogs will eat other dogs and become super dogs. They then look, he's beefed right up. Dogs, fuck. Dogs basically have to touch you and they'll kill you. That was me not paying attention. I apologise. You're not trying to watch me just dying here. What was I saying? Yeah. So, yeah. What you've seen so far is largely what you get, except that it gets increasingly freaking ridiculous. The challenge ramps up, and the enemies and stuff that you find and you come up against get absolutely preposterous. It's not just I don't know how many I'll get to show off, so it's not just male heroes you get in this. There's a version of Ellen Ripley, who I defy anyone to say isn't one of the most badass action heroes of all time. Come aliens. Yeah, if you hold down and do certain specials, it will just drop them like that as well, which is quite handy. Just drop one in there. Goodbye. So yeah, there is a good variety. There's so many people you can unlock as well. You'll not get bored with it anytime soon. This, yeah, the bad guys apparently have drilling capabilities of Shredder, so you can, so they come up, they spew out a bunch of guys. They've also got trucks which do the same thing but are less interesting. I don't want to go over there and kill myself. Yeah, there's a general. So we'll just take these last couple out. Off you go, and that's that complete. And everything explodes because we're beating another level. Do you see that door there? So when they open, basically that will spew out a bunch of guys. So what you really want to do, and these will show off the next thing. there are trip mines in this game as well. When you see one of those doors, that will keep spewing out guys for a finite amount of time. So the best thing you can do is take out the ground underneath it, and then obviously that will just they'll all fall, and that'll keep you safe, because you won't have to fight them all. Those checkpoints... Oh shit, that dog was fucking close. Those checkpoints will... If you lose all your lives, that's a restart point. So if you lose a life, you'll restart there regardless. That's demonstrating the doors. You'll restart there regardless, but if you lose all your lives in a stage, you can also start from one of those. Normally before a boss or something. Blade's cool. He's our first character who doesn't have a launched projectile. He has a sword. The crap. The dogs you saw there, they will eat fallen dogs. They will eat fallen other enemies, and they will grow larger and more powerful, as you can see by that one there. The dogs only have to touch you to kill you because they use their mouths. So they're quite tricky. They're one of the enemies in the game I have the most trouble with, actually. If you kind of can't take it as a distance, you are at a massive disadvantage. God damn it, I didn't see that coming. But that's the case when there's so much on the screen that can kill you, when there's so much action going on to draw your attention. You can miss the guy who's just on the far side of the screen with his completely regular gun, waiting to kill you. We'll go down there and kill him. And we'll use that to wipe all them out, and off we go. Here's something new. So yeah, they oh, this is a boss. Okay, this is a boss. Let's just make sure we don't. Let's go attack that, I think. Ah, piece of piss. Quickly go save this guy. Terminator. Love this. It actually pushes you backwards. Starch off another boss. Terracopter. I thought they got. I thought the bosses got more ridiculous a lot quicker. This is actually, well, that kind of came in handy. I say Dread is actually a really bad character to use for this boss. Let's clear out the herd a bit, because he's got two main attacks. Terminator is quite good. He will drop. This is a terrible character to have for this boss. He will drop a shit ton of missiles, or he will. Oh, there we go. We got him in close. Oh, he's got a minigun, which will murderate you real quick. But that is. And if it's, I can assure you, it is exactly as much fun as it looks. So if this looks like your cup of tea, I can highly recommend it. I've beat this game a bunch of times, and it's one you can just. It will save your progress. You have to complete an area of the campaign for it to save, but you can sit and play it for 5 minutes and then go do something if you've got 5 minutes to kill, or you can sit and play it for an hour and it doesn't get old. So yeah, I'd highly recommend Broforce. It's a fantastic game. Bye!